Hi, John. Hey, Sharon. This is John Tay. I am here to talk a little bit about valuation today. Wanted to go through just the information that we have in front of us for 52500 Northwest Sunset Highway in Buxton, Oregon. It looks like we have let's see, exactly 8.69 acres is what I'm looking at for the two tax lots um, available on your property. Um, Looks like we have a total square footage of 5675 square feet, but the top floor finished square footage is 45 square feet, which is great. Uh, just a couple things. There wasn't that many comparables, so I'll do what I can in terms of valuation from what I see. I just have just a relatively okay idea of what the property value should look like. So yeah, let's go through a couple of properties that are semi-similar. And I've and what we do like to do in the appraising business is bracket the value. So if it's going to be kind of superior or inferior in terms of locations and features, value that comes from outbuildings and barns and arenas and so on and so forth. So views as well. These are some items that bring value to the property. So let's get started. We're going to first start with some active listings that are currently what we're up against if we go to market today. And here we see over in Warren, Oregon. This is again, very similar in acreage. Very high ceilings, large kitchen, looks like semi-updated. This one was built in 2006, so a little newer. Nice railings, probably original carpet, nice open floor plans. And sorry, I go pretty fast when it comes to these, and I will send you this link for these properties, so you can take a look at these photos as well. I would say view is very similar. It's just got territorial views, but looks like some of this land is unusable. I would say a portion of your land is unusable as well. It's got that steep slope to it. This one looks like it's probably going to be flooded here in these areas. Looks like there's no outbuildings, or there is some type of structure here, or it looks like maybe a garage area that is unfinished. So it's got a small little barn area, some orchard. So yeah, I would say this is quite similar. Right now it's at 925. It's up in Warrens, but this has been on the market for 3 weeks. So, all right, here's Forest Grove property. So this I use this one to bracket the finished square footage. It's got 5 acres on it, 1990. Very similar to yours. This is pending. This is a pending transaction. Oh, I'm sorry, an expired transaction. So this was on the market for let's see, divided by 30. Looks like 6 months, and then came off the market and it expired. It was listed at one point. The original list price was at 1.485. They dropped it to 1.195, and still did not sell. And so let's look at this property. So even at 1.195, this one didn't sell. It's got 3 floors, just like yourselves. Nice wainscoting, crown molding. Kitchen, I would say, is very similar to yours as well. There isn't much high ceilings on this property. but I would say like just the overall condition as well as style could be very similar. Even at 1.195, if it didn't sell, then I think square footage is about the same as well. This one may be a little bit smaller. I would say style as well as even kind of the wall shapes very similar to yours. So I consider this pretty comparable. This one has a large kind of exterior patio, which yours has an exterior deck as well. So, and this is very territorial views, just very similar to yours. Let's get some big spaces. Nice pantry. Looks like the basement is finished on this one. It's got a small exterior building. So yeah, this one sold 1195. This is a Forest Grove. Let's see how far it is from your place. So this is almost in the city as well. So we can kind of count that as inferior. So I would say it's what, 15, 20 miles away. But let's see. Yeah, I would say this is 50, 57, 55. This has a finished basement, whereas yours doesn't. So, there's some pros and cons to each property. But I would say it's a very good comparable, but it is expired. It did take 6 months. It was sitting on the market for 6 months. It did start a little high, so at 1.485. So the expectation was a little high on their sales price. Let's see what they did in terms of price dropping. Oh, okay, so it did sell recently. So it expired. They went online again at 1.195, and then someone actually bought it at 1.075, and it finally closed in March. So that took a total of about, it looks like 6 or 7 months to close. So they went from 1.475, they dropped it to 1.295, and then they went to 1.195, and I think that's where they got the activity, and then they settled on almost at a 1.1 million. I think that is kind of where I'm thinking of where's yours maybe kind of leaning towards in terms of valuation. Yeah, this is a newer construction. This was built in 2002, 4726 total square feet, but definitely I think high ceilings is similar to yours. Definitely a newer kitchen. Two laundry sets in this one as well. So very similar features, I would say. Large garage. Nicer deck. Let's say very similar in terms of trees as well. Okay, so land is similar. I think location. This is in North Plains. So yeah, you're looking about 10-15 miles as well. Very similar. So they started at 1.395, and they're pending currently at so they had one price drop, looks like, at 1.325, and then finally got into contract on this one. That's very similar, I would say. So yeah, this is pending. Let me get to some solds here. This is just kind of how I do valuation. So let's go on the lower end. So this one on the upper kind of floor is 2,300 square feet, and the lower floor is 2,300 square feet. So I think overall in 1994, very similar in age. High ceilings as well. Updated kitchen. Updated flooring. Got some outbuildings. Looks like just a carport. Some value in that, but not too crazy. So this one was listed at 875. It was originally at 899, and then it finally sold at 840. It's a little smaller, 1994, and this is in Buxton as well. I believe this is a little north of you guys, or a little northeast. And this is about 10 acres. 10 acres. So that kind of gives us a good range of, let's say 850 or 900 to 1.1. That's kind of how I see where the other one sold as well. Let's see, this one is at 1.1. This is in North Plains, built in 2006, so a little newer. 4,500 square feet on the upper floor, so very similar to your upper floor square footage. These are all finished. This has a sauna, looks like. Oops, come on. Okay, well, I would say very similar in condition. It's got some territorial views as well. Really no mountain view or of any sort. So it's got a creek that's going through it. Very similar, I would say. North Plains. Yeah, very, very close. This is a good comparable. This is sold. This one sold for, just right around 1.1. But man, this took about a year and a half to sell on the market for quite some time. So I think we're really at that 1.1 or even at 1 million, 1 million to 1.1. This one started at 1.05 and then jumped up to 1.160. And as you can see, they could, if you price it well, I mean, they could go multiple offers, and but this one was quite nice. I did see this one when it hit the market. So this one's quite nice. Newer features. This was built in 2005, so a little newer than yours. And then, I think some of these features are quite nice. Computer just lagged here. Basement's finished. Nice deck. Yeah, a lot of timber in this. So and this one was at 9.41 acres. If I was to put a valuation, I'll send you these comparables. You could take a look at it. My valuation, just looking at these, I would say aggressively listed, probably 999, so about 1 million. And I think it may stay on the market for a little bit if it's like 1.2. I think it's fairly priced at 1.1, and especially in this market. The luxury market is, I would say, it's still good. I think whatever the good products do move, and I think this is a good product that you guys have. I think with some updates, throughout the house, and or not updates, but some touch ups throughout the house, and the staging could make it shine in this market. The good news is that there was only like 4 or 5 competing properties, but they were all in the, if I remember, I can show you kind of the similar markets. And so in the competing markets, it was, so let's say we do list it for 1, let's say 1.1 or even 1.2. It would still be the most affordable, other than the Century Drive property. So which we saw here on this property, and looks like my headphones died. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Testing 1 2. Yeah, I think you guys can hear me. So